Well, hello there, Carol Dockum here with beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com. And we are just super excited today because we're actually going to do a fabulous training online here with Marianne Bailey of onlinetechlessons.com. And I volunteered to be her guinea pig, and she is actually going to be training us on how to create awesome presentations using Canva. So I am going to go ahead and pass the baton to Marianne. She is the owner and CEO of her company, onlinetechlessons.com. Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Carol. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to show you how to do presentations today.
I'm excited. I use PowerPoint a bit, but I've heard, that Canva is really cool in terms of creating some images and some visuals so that your presentations are a little bit more interesting than just plain old. So I'm excited to be part of your program here and take part of your training. I need some help.
Yeah, I'm excited to show you because there is such a thing of death by PowerPoint. And using Canva, you can incorporate video and music and all kinds of stuff into that. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how to do that today.
Okay, awesome.
So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll get started on that. Let's see. Okay. There. Can you see that, Carol?
I can. That looks great.
All right. So this is Canva, and sorry if I'm not always looking at the camera because my big screen's over here and I got to be able to share that too. So
that's okay.
The nice thing about Canva is it's not a program that you have to download. Everything with Canva is online. It's on the cloud. And so when you design in Canva, the pictures that are available through it, the music, the videos, everything that's included in that is already in there, and you're not having to store all that on your computer, which saves space on your computer. It also enables you to be able to access it from any computer. So if you're working, one of these days when we can work in coffee shops again, you might be using your laptop somewhere else to be able to work. And then you come home and maybe you want to use your desktop or a tablet or your phone, and then you can access Canva through those apps on those other devices as well, which is really nice. So we'll get started. This is the website for Canva. And as you can see, it's colorful. It gives you a lot of ideas. And if you scroll down here, it says create a design, and then it has different subjects. But up top here, it has things like where you can discover different stuff that you might want to do, or different templates that you want to use, which is really nice because you can start out a design with a template and change that to fit your business and not have to start the design process completely from scratch. So for those like me that aren't necessarily design graphic talented, it definitely gives you a head start on designing stuff for your business, which is really nice. And I'll show you a little bit. When you go in here, if you click on all your designs over here on the left side of the screen, that will show you literally all the different designs and different projects that you've been working on. And as you can see, mine's pretty full. I try to go through, and if you even open a project though, the one thing I don't care for is that if you open a project and you kind of look around at it and you're flipping through pages like on a presentation and stuff, it won't, it shows up in your designs. So if it's something you're really just kind of checking out and you're playing around with, and then you decide, nope, I don't want to keep it, you have to go in there and delete it. And that's really simple. It's so easy to use. You just literally would click on like a project, click on the three little dots. And anytime you see three dots, whether it be horizontally or vertically, or three lines, which is called a hamburger menu, 3 lines horizontally or vertically, that always means that there's a menu behind those 3 dots or 3 lines for you to be able to do something with. So if you click on those 3 lines, then you can just go down and say, move it to trash. And then if you accidentally do it, you can go into your trash bucket and put it back into your in stuff. So, but let me show you real quick. I did a presentation last week for the Jewish Community Center here in Dayton, Ohio. And it was about using social media. It was a group of their senior citizens. And so I created this presentation for them. And I started out with a template and was able to go in there and edit the pictures and different information that I wanted to put in. And so what I'm going to do, and I'll just show you a little bit about this real fast. I was able to go in and change all these pictures, all the information, different stuff going on with that. And so I'll show you how to do that real quick. And then I want to show you a little bit about adding videos to them as well. So what you would do is you go back to their homepage and you hit home, and it's going to say design anything. And down here are some ideas. And because I've been playing around with presentations for this so much this week, it's the first one here. You might have to type presentations here in the search button box to find a blank presentation. But if you go in here and you say presentations and you click on that, what it's going to do is it's going to open up a blank presentation for you. But then on the left side over here, and it's still working, it's going to give you a bunch of templates that you could use in here as well. And it only shows you 2 for each subject. If you see down here, it says like marketing presentation, education presentation, startup presentation. But then there's this little see all. And so if we clicked on see all, then it's going to show us all these other templates within that marketing presentation group. And so we're going to click on one of these, and it'll show you it's got 16 pages in this presentation. And as you can see, it's full of color, it's full of pictures. Like I said, it kind of really gives you a good head start on starting a presentation. If you didn't want to use this template, and we'll come back to this in a minute, but if you wanted to start just a design of your own and you've got it design worked down and you've got maybe graphics that you want to use and stuff like that, what you would do is over here, there's all these buttons here on the left-hand side, and they're all useful for this purpose. There's not one that I don't think that we wouldn't use in designing a presentation. And so you might want to start out with maybe the background. And so you could go down here to background button. And when you click on that, it's going to show you all different kinds of backgrounds that you could choose for this presentation. It may be something you might be using, making a presentation for maybe presenting just for one item, or maybe for your business in general. So the background that you use will depend on kind of what the purpose is of your presentation. Obviously, if it's for your business, you know, you don't want to get stuff that's really busy on here and that's going to maybe take away from what it is that you're trying to say, especially on your first page or whatever. But if you were into very colorful stuff, maybe you're an artist or different stuff like that or whatever, you could definitely find some great backgrounds in here, even if you just use them for a couple pages on here.
That's perfect for an artist.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but if that was too bright for you and you wanted to be able to put words over it, then you could even click on here, and then up here on the right-hand side, you'll see this little grid, and it's the transparency button up here. And what you do is you click on that, and you could bring that transparency down some so that you could put words and they would actually like show up on top of that. Or you could bring it all the way up, and then over on the left side, if we hit the T for text, we could go in here and add text. Now, they are coming out with new text options that automatically have the shadow built into them, or different flavors of the different fonts going on and stuff like that. They're rolling it out slowly over their whole user base, and I don't have them yet to show you. So, but those will be over here as well when those come out. So those will be fun to play with. But what I do is, you know, they're different sizes, but it's so easy to change a size. I just always click on the bottom one usually. And then, I don't know, I'm not feeling very artsy crafty today as far as names and whatever. So I'll just put artist. And has, I have it set up so that my marketing plan already uses this one font. And so it's Montserrat Classic, it shows up, but I don't think that's very artsy when it comes to promoting this business. So what I would do is I would go in and click on it and maybe change it to, let's just use Play-Dohs, and it will automatically change that font. It's that easy and that fast. And then maybe I want it bigger. Maybe I want it splashed across the page. So I could either go up here and on the top up here where it has the name of the font, and I could change the size of the font there. If that's not big enough, I can grab the corner and just fill the page with it. And the nice thing about Canva is, you could sit here and play around. Oh, I don't know where the middle is or whatever, but in Canva, it actually will show you where your centers are. So if you just move it a little bit slowly like this, it'll show you, see that purple line that's through the middle? It's telling me that I have that centered as far as height wise. And then when we get to the middle part, it'll show one going vertically for that. Then when we're exactly perfect, it'll show us crosshairs that we're exactly in the middle of the page for that design.
Nice.
Yeah, it really is. And then the other thing is, say we were up here and we were, oh, I really want the middle of the page. You can go up here and where it says position, you can also choose these options as well. And so we could say, oh, I want it centered, in the middle. And then I also want it centered this way. And then it's going to do the same thing for you as well. But it comes in handy when you've got multiple things. If we had, say this was a little bit smaller, and we had some more words going on up here, we'll change this so it's a little bit bigger. We won't worry about the type of font. We'll just say your everyday artist. I don't know, but you get the point. Well, those aren't lined up, right? So we could actually go in here and highlight the two of those so that they're both selected. And then we can go back to position, and then we can do the same thing again, and they'll actually line. We don't want to do middle. We want to undo this. So there actually is an undo button up here on the left-hand side that we can actually go back in and undo. And now we're back to, I hit it 2 or 3 times and we're back to where it was. And we can actually go up here and say, okay, we want to, I want this centered with each other. And now these are centered to each other. So that comes in handy if you had like a list of different stuff or photographs that you wanted to line up so that they're all on the top and stuff. But it's also really good about, it'll show you different marks of where things are lined up. Like over here, it shows you that these 2 text boxes on the right-hand side, see that little, I know it's hard to see with the color, but there's a purple line there showing you that those boxes are lined up on the right-hand side. So it does do a good job of lining things up. If you wanted to replace this photo here though, you could go in back to background and choose anything that you wanted to choose from. And if you have there's a lot of options. There's a paid version and there's an unpaid version. And the unpaid version does have a lot of options. You can get by with using the unpaid version, especially if you were starting a business and you wanted to be able to use the unpaid version until you had money coming in. Or you just don't use it very often and you just wanted to create a flyer once a month or something like that. You can definitely get by with the unpaid version. Some of the videos and stuff like that, you may not see as many, or the different music and stuff like that. But it is definitely an option with that. And down here in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little crown down there. And if you see that, if you click on that, that's going to show you like some of the stuff that you get with the paid version for that. So anyway, that's just a little bit about doing that. Then if say, oh, I wanted to upload a picture to this, up here where it says photos, you can click on there and it will show you the photos that everything that you could probably dream of finding in here is available in here. And the really nice thing is that if if you're not into anything and you click on photos, a lot of times you can go download them as well, like you would say Pexels or one of those other websites where you can download for free.
Oh,
You can
that's a
get
good
that.
idea.
Yeah. So I think it's like $12, $15 a month or something like that for Canva.
Right.
So you've got the paid one, you've got so much of your marketing materials already available to you just at your beck and call for that. So if we wanted to add a quick video, a picture for that, we could say, I don't know, Carol, tell me a photo that we could put in this with this background.
For artists, let's
Just
see here. Or
anything.
just in general. How about a coffee shop?
Look at all these photos that we could choose from.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll choose one here, this guy. Okay, maybe the background doesn't work for us for that. So we could go in here and go back to backgrounds and just choose something a little simpler maybe. And we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. So, we could go in here and say, join us for Coffee Talk Monday.
Exactly.
or whatever, just something going on with that. And then put in whatever text we want and stuff like that going on. So that's a little bit about that. There's elements which are helpful as well. Elements in here contain different photos and different frames, different shapes that you want to use for some of this stuff. Maybe, okay, I don't want to make this picture any bigger, but I want to add maybe some designs over here or stuff like that. So you could go into, say, gradients, and you could say see all, and then maybe choose something that maybe you wanted to put somewhere. And maybe I just want to add a splash of color somewhere. And I want to put maybe this over here in this corner. Well, obviously we don't want this in front of our photo. So we're going to click on position, and then we're going to say backwards. And now we've got that splash of color back behind this photo just for some emphasis or adding some color to the photo. And then if we don't like that, it's literally a matter of either hitting your delete key or hitting undo until that's gone. It's really intuitive. It's very user-friendly. They keep coming out with new features. Every time I log in, it seems like they have new features. So maybe we want to use this one. Maybe we don't like this color. Maybe we want some colors in that are a little bit more coffee friendly, say. So we would click up here in the left-hand corner where it has the colors, and we could go down here and choose. And what it does is, nice thing is, see here down in the left-hand corner, it says photo colors. It's taking colors out of this photograph so that you can use them for other emphasis text or different shapes or stuff like that that you want to use in it. So we'll go in here and we'll grab this color, and then maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe this creamy kind of color. And then we'll go in here and position this backwards. And now we've got kind of colors that match our color scheme with that.
Very nice.
Which is really cool. And then if you say we did want to add some text to this, we could go in here and say, oh, you can even choose from like some of this stuff for different titles and stuff like that, which is really fun. Or we could go in here and we could say Coffee Monday, and we want to make that, say that bigger. And then those same, click on it, make it bigger. And then those same colors over here, if you click up here with it colored A, those same colors from that photo are available down there for you to choose again. So you could either go down here and choose something from any of the colors, or you could go back up here and choose from colors that are in that photograph that you could use. Mm-hmm. You could have to choose something, obviously, that's going to stand out, or put that information somewhere, where it can be seen. All right. Any questions on that?
No, but I'd like to point out, I think that undo button up there in the top upper left-hand corner is going to be my best friend.
Undo is really nice because you can play around, put stuff in. I don't know about this, and then just wipe it out really fast. The other really nice thing, and away from a presentation just really fast, is see this resize button up here?
Yes.
If you click this resize, say you've got a presentation and you're like, I really like this page. I want to make an Instagram post out of this page. I really like this, but it's sized for Facebook or it's sized for this presentation. You can go in here and say resize, and you can choose whatever it is that you want to make that same post for, and it'll resize it for that. It could make it a flyer or make it into a Facebook video or Instagram post. And you just go through and you choose which ones that you want to do. And there's lots of different stuff that you can resize it for. There's even more than that. It's a show more and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. You can go through and you choose which ones you want to do that. And then you say copy and resize, and we'll do that. What it does is it opens up a new window for each one that you choose. And it gives you that design resized for that other project.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So like this, I think this one's an Instagram one. So you don't have to start from scratch and redesign something or go in there and know the measurements. It automatically knows what those other designs are. So that's really cool about Canva. Very cool. So the other thing I really like about Canva is the ability to use, and I'm going to get rid of some of this other stuff that we're using, is the ability to use video and music within it. I created this last night about 1 a.m, just to be able to demo this today. And this is just, I was thinking of Cindy Berry when I created this, actually. I was thinking about a business that would benefit from having video.
Yes.
And so I was like, you know, everyone's going to be so happy when 2020 is finally over. And I'm very big about not wishing our time away. I believe the time is short and we shouldn't. But this year, I'll tell you what, I'm so ready for all of this to be over with and to be able to travel again and go places.
I think we all are, especially here at Beautiful Faces Going Places, right?
Exactly. And so I created this just trying to think of a thing that I could use a video. Yeah. And so if you look at this presentation, you're thinking, oh, these are just pictures. Actually, these are videos. And what I'll do is I'll show you and I'll present it, which is really, like I said, if you create a presentation in here, you go up in the right-hand corner and you say present. See it up there, Carol?
Yes, I see it. Mm-hmm.
You see that? And then here, you can choose how you want to present it. Do you want it to autoplay? Do you want just a standard one where you hit the button to move forward to the next slide? Or do you want to have a presenter view? And the presenter view, what it does is it brings up where, I'll show you, where you can have actual notes over here. So if you're speaking, you can talk about it, but the people don't see your notes, only you see them. Nice. You're seeing it because we're screen sharing, right? But they normally would not. Okay. So that's really nice. And what we can do is I'm going to go in here and say present, and I'm just going to say standard. And then I'm going to say present. And hold on just a minute. And I actually added music to this, and I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. But I'll show you this real quick and I added music, and it can be changed, but I wanted something that was going to be like, wow, punch. I want people to pay attention and see this. So we're going to go in here to present and standard. Can you see the background moving?
I can. That's cool.
It might be a little bit slower and wonky just because we're screen sharing it, but, and so if I go to the next page, the little arrow over here, can you hear the music?
I can.
Okay. So what's kind of cool, and I'll show you why this is kind of cool, is see how the background and the waves are moving here on the beach here. Yeah. The video down here on the left, I put in another video. So video in video, like you would on your TV, right? Okay. But in Canva, and I kind of wish, and I'm going to send them a suggestion hoping they'll fix this. It only shows one of these at a time. So if I hit play on that, it's going to show this other video. Okay. I'll show you a workaround for that here in a minute. But now we've got kind of 2 videos going on. So I was thinking like Cindy, you know, she's wanting to show travel these places, and these are some tidbits and different videos of what's going on in these areas along with this beautiful picture.
Yes.
And then just different places that people could go, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's outer space, but it's actually a stadium, and I'm not sure where that's at. Maybe Louisiana. So this picture here was really bright, and I couldn't find any text colors that would stand above it. So I actually moved the transparency down for this picture some so that we could actually see the wording. And like I said, I just played around with it, really I made this like within 5 minutes last night. So, you know, obviously you could play around or put different backgrounds under the words to make them stand out, stuff like that.
I love that transparency feature.
It's great. Maybe the mountains. I think this one's Portugal. I've been to Portugal, and Cindy might be even able to tell us if she was here. Yeah, it looks like maybe things are slowing down a little bit. But so anyway, you can go in here and you can add different videos and stuff.
Nice.
And then if we wanted, say, different music with that, we could go over here where it says music on the left-hand side. And you could go through here and find any kind of music pretty much. And the nice thing is it's not, you're not going to get tagged for copyright infringement with these.
Okay.
They're ones that are validly okay to do that they've added. And so we could go in here and say, oh, I want to, I don't know, let's just choose funky disco. I don't know what that is. But see down here, it changed that to that music. And, but you can preview it. So you can actually click on this arrow over here and it'll give you a preview of the music.
Exactly. Now I want to travel and I'm hungry and want to dance.
Exactly. And so, yeah, I'll be going in to get my haircut going, woo, yeah, let's party. Been working. And they'll be like, you'll be day drinking.
Oh.
And so what's really nice about this also is you can download it up in here in the right-hand corner. You can actually go in here and download it instead of a PDF. You could download it as a PDF if you just wanted to send the pictures to somebody. But you can also download it as a video, and it takes a few minutes, and I already did that to show you this. So the nice thing is you can either download it as a video, or you could go in here under present and you could download it as a PowerPoint presentation.
Wow.
And you can import this into or open it up in PowerPoint, which is what we're going to do. This is the workaround I told you about.
Right.
And what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. We're going to say File, Open, and I'm going to go over here to my download file because that's where I left that file, so I'd know where to find it. And maybe not. That's not. Oh, I know why. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go back here and we're going to open up a blank presentation. And I'm going to highlight this and delete this. And under Insert, I'm going to go over here to Video over here on the right-hand side.
Okay.
And I'm going to import a video from my PC. And here is the video from Canva that we downloaded for all those videos on there. And we're going to say Insert. And now all those videos are in this one PowerPoint presentation.
Wow.
Now look what happens here. It's going to play the same music. It's going to have the same fonts. If you import it as a PDF, you may have to play around with it a little bit. But see here, both these videos are now playing.
Well, that's really cool.
That's kind of my workaround with that is.
Yeah, I had no idea that you could create your presentation in Canva, then download it, right?
Yep.
Into PowerPoint. Or
exactly.
Actually a PDF, PowerPoint, whatever.
Well, no, you save it as, if you're just doing it, say it's just a presentation, it doesn't have all the video and stuff.
Right.
You can just download it as a PowerPoint presentation itself.
Nice. Okay.
So like what I said, they're always updating how you do stuff. You used to not have to be able to download it as a PowerPoint. Now you can.
Yes. Wow. And this is really a great way to make your presentation just so much more interesting, right? Because it really is about visuals. I mean, you want to yes, give a powerful presentation and messaging and, your, education and really be on point, but it needs to be interesting as well, right? So visuals is a way to do that. Adding some
Exactly.
video. Yeah. Great pictures, great background.
And you can even make that so that's like a looping video, say like on your website or in your Facebook cover picture that you can use for your group or your business page. You can use that as a recurring video on there as well.
Awesome.
So it's got so many features on there. And then one last thing I wanted to show you in Canva, because I know we're running short on time, but if you go in here and say, go back to home, and say you have a picture and you just, before we had to use different graphic programs, Illustrator and stuff like that to be able to move backgrounds. And Canva has made that so easy. I'll just go in here and create a flyer really fast. And like I said, I think my internet's running a little bit slow, maybe because we're screen sharing. But then if I want to go over here into, well, I'll show you two things real fast. One really cool thing is in Elements over here. If I was putting together a flyer and I knew that there were 3 pictures that I wanted to put in this flyer and be able to have them neatly organized, or maybe a collage or something like that, it's got these really cool grids here. And each of these grids are different ways of laying out different photos. And so we'll choose this one here. And so now this one page here would hold 3 different photos, and it automatically tells where those photos are going to go. Maybe we don't want it to have the whole page. We can resize it so that maybe, okay, I just want half the page, and then the rest, maybe it's in a newsletter and you want some photos in there. And so I want these photos in here, and then I'm going to put my story up here. And these are going to be photos of, say, the people that we're talking about in that story or whatever. We could go up here and say, so for my business, Online Tech, I focus mostly on senior citizens, but I also work with small businesses and stuff. So we'll say technology senior citizens. And it's amazing the stuff that this thing finds in there. And so I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to literally drop it into these. I'm just going to find 3 pictures real fast, and we're going to drop them into this. And now it automatically arranges them in the order that you want them in. Maybe I want this one, and then I can move it around or whatever. I can click on it and I can resize it or move it so that it fits better or however I want it with that. And then obviously the undo button is wonderful. And then you can go up here and you can actually choose, if we put in some text, we could go in here and we'll choose, I don't know, red, and we'll say senior. When you put it first in, you don't have to delete stuff. You can just type over it, senior citizens, and we want this to be bigger, and we'll put that up there. But say, oh, I don't like that font. I want to find a font that fits my purpose better. We can go up here, and we could say, type in up here, not just the name of a font, but we can actually type in an idea. Do I want it for a newsletter? Do I want it, we could say, so we want newsletter script, and we can just type in an idea, and it's going to give us different ideas of different scripts that we could use, and different stuff like that. So, and then it would just change it that fast. And then the other thing is, say I like this picture of this old guy down here, and probably not nice to call him an old guy, this older gentleman down here.
Right.
And we'll go back to photos real quick, and we'll use this guy over here. We'll drop him up here, and we'll take this away. The whole thing will go away. But I don't like this background very much. So we can actually click on that photo and go into effects, and they actually have background remover in here. And so we can actually click on that, and it'll do its little magic, and it'll actually delete the background of this photo for us with just literally 2 clicks. Choose your picture and
wow.
So if you have,
Yeah, I have been wanting to do that on several photos, like just remove the background, you know?
Yeah. And it's just so easy. Sometimes it's not 100% perfect on it, but for a lot of time, most of the time, here it's still got a little bit of stuff from I think that's the seat that he was sitting on and whatever. And sometimes you can kind of pop that into like PicMonkey or something that's available free online and be able to edit that a little bit better. But for the most part, we could do that. And then literally, I think this use here, if it attaches something as a background, we can go in here and say detach from background. And now we can, drop this photo into other stuff, or we could go up here and even be able to
Mhm.
crop it and then just use different stuff.
Cool.
So it has a lot of really, really awesome features, and it's definitely fun to play around with and be able to create different posts and flyers and presentations that just aren't as boring as your normal presentations are.
Right. Right. No, this was so awesome. You know what? And I think the key is just to get started on Canva. You know, as with any software program, it's just get started, right? And
Mhm.
kind of practice, you know? It does take
Yeah.
time, but
And
practice.
just go in here and choose, like I said, go into templates and,
Mhm.
choose something and just play around with it, move stuff around, change the colors, change the fonts, make it yours, and then as you feel more comfortable, you can go in and create things from scratch and be like, oh, I saw that idea. I really like that. Let's see if I can recreate that. And it
Right.
just gives you a lot of practice doing that kind of stuff. And there's so many templates. I mean, I was thinking of Nancy Regan, and she's a realtor, and going in here, and she can go in here and choose, and you can search for stuff in here as well. You can actually go up here and say flyers, realtor, and then it's actually going to pull up all those flyers that relate to different realtors type stuff.
Well,
And
there you go, Nancy. Yeah, she could create some really cool flyers, right? That she can use online on social
absolutely.
media and LinkedIn
I
and
told her
all
she should
different.
just have me do them for her.
Yes, she should. And that was going to be my next question. So I know you offer, these online trainings here at Beautiful Faces Going Places, but you're an online tech gal. So you help your clients in various different ways. I thought this would be a great opportunity for you to share. How do you help your clients and what are the problems that you solve?
I help in numerous different ways by wearing different hats.
Mhm.
So I teach people how to use software like this, or help them figure out what technology is going to be best for which problem that they have. I work with a lot of small businesses, but I also work with senior citizens. So, and then a lot of times I'm working with their family. What does my family member need? Do they just need a
Right.
tablet, or do they need a computer? Do they need just a smartphone maybe? Um, how are these things going to integrate with what our family already does to stay in contact with family members or different stuff like that?
Right.
Or like I said, small businesses, what kind of programs do we need to do our marketing, or
Mhm.
who do we need to hook up with in order to accomplish different goals and not be stuck behind our computer all day long and stuff like that. So
That's
I
right.
either help with those or hook them up with people within Beautiful Faces Going Places that are can do those skills for them. It kind of depends what they need. And then if they need just some social media posting or some design stuff like this, I even stop and help with that as well.
Awesome. I can't think, I'm thinking about everything that's going on right now in our world. I'm thinking about, my own personal family and seniors. And it's like, gosh, I wish I could just zap an iPad and FaceTime kind of thing, like the portal, Facebook portal, into, Joanne's home so that I could just click a button and she can click a button and we can have a nice conversation. So I'm just thinking right now there's a huge need for what you have to offer so that we can stay connected with, our loved ones,
Mhm.
anywhere in the USA or globally for that matter. And it sounds like you can help with that.
Well, what we just started doing actually was we launched Zoom help rooms. And so
Okay.
we're working with senior centers, senior homes, different
Awesome.
senior groups, maybe churches or Red Hat societies or different VFW places that work with seniors on a daily basis. And we're offering rooms that they can join, and they're with their friends, they're with their people that they used to sit with at dinner in the senior home every day, that they already
Right.
know their neighbors and they feel safe and secure. And what it does, it's an hour long, and it teaches them maybe a 10-15 minute brief synopsis of a class real quick, how to do something, maybe armchair surf to go see places that they used to live, or their old college campus, or where they used to work, or different stuff. Maybe how to get on Facebook better, or how to send emails, or different stuff like that. And then brief class, and then the rest of the 45 minutes gives the seniors time to interact and ask questions.
Awesome.
I had trouble last week with this. This is how I do this. Different stuff like that. So that's the last 45 minutes of it. And then they also get a monthly newsletter full of technology news and different gadgets going on, and updates and information, as well as access to an instructor for, oh, I was shopping, I got stuck, I don't know where to move forward with this, how do I get out of this pickle, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And so we're offering that on a weekly base for them as well.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm telling you, I know many of us have, our loved ones that are in senior homes, and we haven't had the capability of visiting in person. So I'm just thinking about all that, the loneliness and the solitude. And if there's any way that we can reach out and stay connected with them, that would be awesome. It could actually be a lifesaver,
Yeah, even teaching them about different safe apps that they can use. And my biggest thing is I want seniors interacting and being online and doing stuff, but it's also how to stay safe as well. And I think one of the greatest gifts that you can give a senior is maybe, just like, an iPad or a smartphone or something, and then delete everything else that is or irrelevant to them.
Right.
Stuff that they would be confused about, and literally just put things on the front page of that tablet that they would use. So maybe Zoom and Facebook and maybe a couple of games and stuff, so they don't get confused with all the other background noise going on that machine.
Right. Wow. I'd say you're a lifesaver. So if you have a senior, a loved one, and you want to stay connected, and I mean, it's also just a way too to keep your loved one, your senior loved one, engaged, so that their mind is, active, because that's what we need in our lives, right? We need activity.
Yeah. Even putting Spotify on there or Pandora and teaching them how to use that. People that have dementia or Alzheimer's, a lot of times the music will trigger different memories and stuff like that. So that's another good thing for them to be able to use as well. I will tell you, I've made a lot of new contacts recently with senior homes, and a lot of them said, man, I wish I knew about you before. We would have made you essential so that you could have come in and taught people for us while this was all starting. So
Exactly. Well, now is the perfect time to get started. So yeah. So where's the best place for our viewers to find you, and all of your upcoming events and your, special programs that you have going on? Where's the best place for them to find you?
My website, onlinetechlessons.com.
onlinetechlessons.com. You heard her. So thank you.
And then on all social media, they can follow me on Twitter. They can follow me on Facebook, Instagram.
Right. Yeah. No, this was absolutely fantastic. I so appreciated your tutorial on utilizing Canva to create awesome PowerPoint presentations, not just plain old PowerPoint presentations. So thank you so much, Marianne. This was so delightful. I learned so much today, and I really want to say I really appreciate what you're doing for our seniors. And I think it's really awesome that you're taking your passion, your skill set of online, really technology, and you're sharing that with our seniors. So
it's really what feeds my soul. It's what gets me out of bed every day. So
that's awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Marianne. Reach out to Marianne if you have any questions for her, or you want to do a workshop or a one-on-one. I know she also offers one-on-one trainings and even some done-for-you services. So, all right, Marianne, thank you so much. Take care.
Thanks, Carol. Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.